Hi there. This is a song I wrote for anyone wondering what the heck permaculture is. I hope you enjoy. Permaculture design, just finished up my course. Wanna take it home, take the world on a tour de force. Fruits and trees, flowers and bees, sprouts and seeds, enough for you and me. First come the earth, yeah, you got to take care of it. Then come the people, then each his fair share of it. Designed for the earth and you design for yourself. Help design a world better for you and everybody else. Yeah, principle one, observe and interact, or you won't get far, man, that is just a fact. Principle two, capture and store energy. Put the water in the ground instead of washing out to sea. Principle three is often so tasty. It's obtain a yield no matter what you grow. Got to eat, to work, to live, to make it worth all the hoeing. Principle four, keep you on track, self-regulate and accept feedback. By that I mean you got to know that things change. Don't be afraid to learn from nature's ways. Because first come the earth, yeah, you got to take care of it. Then come the people and each his fair share of it. Designed for the earth and you design for yourself. Help design a world better for you and everybody else. Principle five, it's better to be renewable. Hydroelectric, solar power, it's super doable. You don't need a tractor if you got a horse. If you got two hands, you don't need brute force. Principle six, waste is an illusion. Nature recycles all while we waste time in confusion. Principle seven, design for power.
Pinellas and Hillsborough groups, Tampa Bay.
Speak louder, please.
All right.
We all might need to come closer.
Okay.
Everybody put on
We have a Gaia's Guardians permaculture group in St. Petersburg that's about 2.5 years old. It'll be 3 years in this spring. Very active. We've done about 16 permablitzes in 2 years. We operate a half-acre garden downtown St. Pete at a transitional living facility. The food goes into the facility, and we sell the excess on St. Pete locally grown. We have a website called GaiasGuardians.info with a lot of permaculture and food growing information for our local region, which is West Central Florida. There's a time bank that grew out of our permaculture group that's now kind of operating independently, but that's active and growing. Very, very important activity, the time bank, where people trade hours, no money involved. It's really part of the alternative economy. Let's see here. At Gibbs High School is one of our permablitzes, but the teacher is here, Anna Scott. She works with developmentally challenged children at the high school level, and they didn't have access to food for their kitchen program and no money for it, so they started a garden, and the permaculture group, Gaia's Guardians, did a blitz there for them. So that's active right at the public school level.
Are you saying Gaia's Guardians?
Gaia's Guardians, right. In Hillsborough, there's a Beyond Sustainability Conference that happens annually. It happens at Hillsborough Community College. The topic this year is social entrepreneurship and sustainable economy. That's a pretty big conference and very worthwhile. And I believe Hillsborough Community College won a national award for being the most actively engaged in permaculture type activities, environmental activities. Grow Permaculture, that's Corinne Brennan's business here. They're teaching PDCs quite regularly. They hold workshops. They do consulting. She's also started a group called Create Clearwater, which involves environmental and permaculture activities in the city of Clearwater. It's a community organization. And we have a very large sustainable urban agriculture coalition in St. Petersburg that received a $30,000 grant to stimulate urban agriculture in the city. And we have just been in the process now of selecting the board of directors. Very powerful group of people with a lot of skills, a lot of diversity, age diversity, ethnic diversity. I'm really looking forward to working with these people. Corinne is the coordinator of the Urban Ag grant, and she's been doing a wonderful job. In Clearwater, there's a MLK community garden that's starting up. Lots of community gardens starting in St. Pete. As part of Gaia's Guardians and the Faith House project, we have a 10,000 greens project where we're trying to get fresh greens into the food challenge areas in St. Petersburg. So 10,000 greens over a period of years. And we have the MLK Day of Service coming up. We have a lot of garden projects going on. We're trying to get 1,000 greens out on the day. Let's see what else. In Tampa, the Roosevelt 2.0 was originally Teddy Roosevelt's riding stables during the Spanish-American War. That's becoming a center for sustainability in Tampa, and they're developing a prototype for a complete waste-to-energy system. So if any of you have interest in that, see Mare here. She knows more about it than I do.
Google Cordis, C-O-R-D-I-S system.
Okay, great. Edible Peace Patch manages to stimulate school gardens all over the city of St. Pete. That's functioning. And in Tampa, there's a birdhouse buying club, organic food co-op, let's see, including organic sustainable farms all over Florida. Apparently those are the resources that they buy from. And I know, what's his name? Ryan Iacobacci, he and I are both trying to get to Cuba to study urban agriculture next month around Havana and study co-ops there. So a lot going on in our area. We're very pleased to let you know about it. Thank you.
We have a lot of great stuff going on in there.
Who else is in
there.
Pasco County?
All right there. Pasco County is just north of all these wonderful people that just spoke. It's just north of Pinellas County. We actually feed all of Pinellas County their water. They don't have any water there. They're too urbanized. So all of the wells come from Pasco and feed Pinellas. So we have Amanda from Wesley Chapel. She's working on home-scale applications. It's the only note I have. Sissy is from Lutz. She's working at Learning Gate and working with kindergartners through 6th grade on teaching the next generation of permaculturists. We have Kristen from Dade City. She's working on a multi-species animal rescue farm. It's 96 acres and is trying to use permaculture design on the property for growing fodder for all the animals. Maybe some rabbits for the lions and tigers. We have Jim Kovaleski. He's working on a home-scale property. He's a market gardener. He's an urban farmer, and he has a Freedom House Farm. Is that correct? All right.
Right there.
And he does home tours and workshops, and he's been at a couple of conferences talking about Google culture and wonderful things going on.
Every Saturday, an open house. Look up, yeah, talk to me.
If you're in Pasco, you have to go to Jim's place.
Jim, your site demo today?
Oh yeah, I'll be doing a site demo after, during the plant swap. It'll be over by that big red truck, all red.
So we also have Leon from Dade City. He's got 400 acres and he has a farm incubator. You can rent the acreage for $20 per acre. I'm just reading the notes, I don't know all the details. But he's looking for designers and farmers, and he has a website at bigsmallfarm.org. I guess he's creating an intentional community from what I've gathered from speaking with him.
Not really, but if anybody is interested, drop us a line and we can talk.
There's Leon
bigsmallfarm.org.
I'll drop you a line. Then we have Wendell from a lake. She does water buffalo, growing fruits, vegetables, and native plants. We have Phil from Dade City, and he works at Morningstar Farm. It's an aquaponic institute. They teach about aquaponics in all around the world. They do courses on site and international teaching on aquaponics and permaculture applications. Then I don't have it written down, but I know Pete and Melissa Canaris, they have a small farm in Newport Richey, and they're moving to a bigger farm, a couple of acres in the next couple of weeks, and they're permaculture designers. And I have myself written down. I'm with Suncoast Co-op. I have an online co-op when we connect farmers, and we have like a farmers market that's online where you can purchase locally made goods. I've also volunteered at a couple of community gardens in the Newport Richey area. We have there's a big park called Sims Park in downtown Newport Richey, and we took over a piece of property and we made it. It's called Peace Learning Garden, so you can go in and learn how to grow your own vegetables. And we have all been learning from Jim. He doesn't like to be called it, but he's kind of the town's guru for permaculture, and he's been giving us a lot of information and teaching for free every single Saturday, and that's been getting a lot of people growing food instead of lawns. And we're just trying to promote that in our little area and get a community going. We have potlucks and get-togethers and shares of plants and seeds. A lot of good stuff happening in Pasco.
Can I say a couple things?
Sure.
I'd just like to, she talked about the community that's building right around this Peace Garden area in downtown Newport Richey. And, I got a little publicity with, like, WSF did a little public television thing about it. And slowly around the gardens and around my house, it has been spreading. The realtors are now calling Virginia Avenue, where I live, because my neighbor's doing it and it's down on my mom, the Garden Street. And it's become a drawing point, a raising of property values. People are waiting for houses to become vacant in the neighborhood so they can show up. And you see a building community where you are. I just heard this week, I was riding my bike back, and there was a woman walking the dog, and she said, "There he is." He said, "You're the reason I moved to Newport Richey." They saw, or she was in Pennsylvania, she saw a small, that same YouTube thing, and she said, "This is Florida. There's a small town where people are growing their own food, trading food back and forth. I want to live there." So that's the things we can do by example.
Yeah, wonderful. Like to mention, one last thing is I take YouTube, so I'm taking a camera footage of all of this. I'm all about open source. I think all of this with permaculture, it could be open source, a lot of it. And so Jim has done a lot of videos with me. He's done a hugelkultur video where he teaches about hugelkultur. I did a tour of his garden where you can see his garden. And I think, sharing all this information is so important. And I didn't get a chance to talk about it. My intention, I hope this conference, this convergence, we can spread more open source information to everyone throughout Florida so that we could get little Newport Richeys happening everywhere. And by the way, there's lots of vacancies, low, cheap housing in Newport Richey. If you guys want to have a little piece of property, there's acres in Pasco County. We're the county to come to.
Yeah. And it's on the beach or no?
Yeah. Drive. Pinellas County, alright, here's Florida. Pinellas County is a little peninsula, and then Pasco County is just above that little, where my thumb would be, where peninsula of Pinellas County would be. So we're just north of it.
If we want to see your stuff on YouTube, what should we type in?
CodeGreenCommunity.com.
Absolutely.
Permaculture design, just finished up my course. Wanna take it home, take the world on a tour de force. Fruits and trees, flowers and bees, sprouts and seeds, enough for you and me. First come the earth, yeah, you got to take care of it. Then come the people, learn from nature's ways. Because first come the earth, yeah, you got to take care of it. Then come the people and each is fair share of it. Design for the earth and you design for yourself. Help design a world better for you and everybody. else. Principle 5, it's then each is fair share of it. Design for the earth and you design for yourself. Help design a world better for you and everybody else. Yeah, principle 1, observe and interact, or you won't get far, man, that is just a fact. Principle 2, capture and store energy. Put the water in the ground instead of washing out the sea. Hi there. This is a song I wrote for anyone wondering what the heck permaculture is. I hope you enjoy. Principle 3 is often so tasty. It's obtain a yield no matter what you grow. And got to eat to work to live to make it worth all the hoeing. Principle 4, I keep you on track, self-regulate and accept feedback. By that I mean you got to know that things change. Don't be afraid to